One thing I realized quickly that for a spinner, there is no scope if you bowl short.
It was my privilege to sit beside and shake the very hand that secured India's first overseas Test series victory, that got Karnataka its first Ranji triumph, and that spun out several hundreds of wickets. In this exclusive long conversation, which I'll be sharing in a series of short segments, spin legend Erapalli Prasanna, the master of deception, who played cricket like chess, looks back at his extraordinary journey. Beyond revealing the foundations of spin bowling that inspired the likes of Kumble and Ashwin, he reflects on his life's highs and lows, reminiscences about his favorite people, and offers a rare, intimate glimpse into his personal world.
Now, you have been known as the master of deception, guile, and Raju Bharatan also calls you as cunning, while bowling. Help us understand, in particular the younger generation, what that truly meant. And can I ask you to illustrate that with your most memorable dismissals? For example, Dennis Amiss in 1972.
Always very, but as I say, as you asked me, one thing I realized quickly that for a spinner, there is no scope if you bowl short. And luckily, I say that my club cricket helped me a lot because we played on matting.
Okay.
Club cricket, most of the time, those days were matting.
Right.
Except for a couple of games, Ranji Trophy or turf, but otherwise matting. Okay, and matting is always not many people. I do not know many people realize it or not. I think it's an excellent thing for any team to practice on matting, because for a spinner, it hardly gives any scope for a spinner to bowl short, because they'll pull and cut on a matting. Therefore, I was never bowling short. So length was absolutely mandatory for me. Okay. So if you want to control any batsman, you have to bowl length. Okay.
And what took you to...
Okay, that's one.
Okay. Carry.
Two, length and line is optional.
Oh, line is optional.
Because
length is mandatory.
Length is mandatory. Even if you close your eyes, you have to bowl length.
Okay.
Okay. Line is optional because how you set the field depends on the line.
Right.
So,
youngsters, please note, the millennial generation, Gen Z cricketers.
Because it all depends on how you set the field.
Right.
Means the ball you expect it to go there. That's why it's optional. Choice is yours.
Right. Right.
Okay. So line at any cost, whatever line you choose, but still that imaginary length is there. Correct. You have to bowl there.
Correct. Got it.
That's first and the foremost principle. I will never agree, whoever may be the coach under the sun, if they don't agree with this,
correct.
I mean, I think they hardly know the
got
game.
It wrong.
Especially spin bowling.
Right. Right.
Okay? And then, that alone is not going to help you. Because if you keep on bowling length, they'll also get used to it.
All right.
Okay? So, there should be some sort of a deception.
Yeah.
Because I was doing engineering.
Oh, yes. Completely.
Okay? I mean, this helped me. What is, then
can I ask you, what was your major? Mechanical, civil?
Electrical.
Electrical, okay.
And that electrical means it's all imagination.
Okay.
Anyway. Mechanical you can see.
Mechanical and civil you can
see.
Visualize. Yes.
You can see it also.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a mechanical, no?
Yeah, correct.
But what goes on inside you don't know.
Yeah.
That's imagination.
Right. So what was the variable there in the loop?
This height of the loop.
Oh, height of the loop, okay. Got it.
So that helped me. Okay. And plus, being an analytical engineer means basic bottom line is the analytical brain.
Right.
Okay. Then I started working on that. Then I derived the ball loop.
Yes. The
Okay.
flight.
So if I were to bowl length, how do I achieve it? You know, I couldn't possibly achieve by bowling flat, because when I tried to bowl faster, one ball used to be length, the other three balls used to be short. Whereas when I use the loop, I 99% I used to get it within the length area. Okay, and well, all this being analytical again, I realized that when the ball is in the air, there is a temptation for the batsman to reach out for the ball.
They would step out.
When the ball is faster, they don't do it. They play on reflection. I mean, reflecting natural reflexes.
Correct.
Okay, they bowl, boom. You know, there is nothing thinking.
Correct.
So I realized that if you have to think, if you have to tempt a batsman, you have to tempt a bat. You know, flight the ball. Okay, and then I developed the habit of spinning, over spinning the ball and holding the ball in the air. See,
Or
you see, when you flight the ball, there's a two variations. One is tossing up the ball and flighting the ball.
okay.
Tossing up the ball is simple.
Yeah.
There is nothing deception in that. But you still bowl on the length, pitch on the length, with a normal tendency for the ball to break. You know? When you have a deception flight, flight has a deception in it. It still tempts you to come out the ball, you cannot still reach out.
Yeah. Sometimes they've had to like step out three.
When he steps out
Three
and when
steps.
he searches for the ball to reach, that fraction of a second is the chances for you to take a wicket.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, all these things, thanks to engineering, you know, it gave me a line of thinking. That's how it is. I developed it, and so unfortunate people these days, they don't even attempt to flight the ball.
Yeah, I was asking you, if it's today, if it's T20s, how would you have approached the game?
Yeah, same way.
Yeah, okay.
I would have approached with a deception, and I had the turn.
Yes,
As a matter of fact, I could turn the ball on even on a cement concrete wicket,
absolutely.
right about 35 degrees, or say 10 degrees, which is eventually which reaches the batsman is around 30 degrees.
Wow.
Okay, but so the bottom line is you have to turn the ball and you have to deceive the batsman.
Wow.
And for a batsman to hit intentionally where he wants to hit, unlikely to happen, because when he tries to hit a long one, if they turn, it may go to mid wicket.
And you would anticipate.
No, that's where then the distance becomes easier. See, where okay, few sixes used to go there. I mean, because I realized two things in this game. Fours and sixes is an integral part of the game. Okay.
Nice.
See, when you go, being a personality man, coming back to our food, salt and pepper is a mandatory. You cannot have a food without a salt.
Curd rice and pickle, you know.
Am I right or wrong?
You're absolutely right.
Okay. So, it's you expect it.
Right, right.
So, I mean, these are the basics, which, well, by God's grace, I had that analytical brain in me. Not a very intelligent engineer, very ordinary engineer, but
Come on.
well, I was able to borrow some of those and then develop myself.
Would you recall some of your very favorite, memorable dismissals?
One is Gary Sobus.
Okay.
I think in Barbados game,
Uh-huh.
he played off stump knocked off.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, because see Gary Sobus' wicket is and that's one in a when I went along with Ajit Wadakar's team, Gary Sable caught Abidali bowled Prasanna
Wow.
test match in a it's and Rohan Kanhai. See, and then Basil Butcher, I think in Chennai test, he played forward. The first ball he faced, he was bowled, and he came and told me what that was his last test. He said, "What press should have given me at least one run in my last test." I said, "I bowled. You didn't take one run, unfortunate." But these are things.
Yeah.
And the other memorable one, I think, I didn't get a wicket. We were playing Jamaica 11 against touring side 61-62. Frank Worrell was playing. I bowled a ball without looking at Frank Worrell. I was bowling myself to my satisfaction. A ball which drifted like that, which I was at the off side. He let go. He turned, it went over the stumps. He said, "I never seen a person turning the ball. My goodness,"
So
he
sharp.
told me. He came that side, he got a bye. Because Farouk went this way, he got a bye. He came and said, "Well bowled, son." These are things. But I was very happy to do all these things anyway.
Lovely.
As I said earlier, bottom line was I should be satisfied with my own bowling. I was not pleasing anybody else.
You're competing with yourself.
Yeah, because if I satisfy myself, I was at 200%, I will be among wickets.
Lovely.
Whether wicket is there, wicket is not there.
Right.
I must feel that I have done my best.
Lovely.
And I never yielded to, and that's what quality which Patauri analyzed and appreciated. And he allowed me to bowl, and I was always successful.
Prasanna, for most Kannadigas of my generation, the dismissal of Gavaskar in the Karnataka Bombay semi-final 73-74 is etched in our memory. Can you illustrate what you did? There is something like a floater you let go.
Yes.
Now you are holding a ball. Can I request you to redo that?
Same thing, look. I had the ability to drift the ball in the air.
Okay.
And bring back the ball. Turn. So Sari, I knew he was one of the one of the greatest players that India has ever produced. Okay, and he is not a player who will just, allow you to dictate. So a question of interesting. Both of us knew. So my first principle, I must dictate terms. So Sunny is a player who cannot be allowed to stay too long at the wicket.
Yes.
If you allow him, that's the end of it. He will go up to 200. So these are factors which was in my mind. And second thing is, we had a score of 360 odd runs.
That's right.
I said, okay, I was bowling. Then I knew he's going to play. So I had two chances, two intentional things which was there. One is, if he plays and misses the line, takes the edge, there was Vishwanath in the first lead, ball drifting. And if he doesn't touch the ball,
Knock off the
he's
stump.
already committed. The ball will go turn
Right.
and hit the stump.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. The second thing happened.
Wow. Okay.
So there were two attempts. In one ball, there were two attempts.
Wow.
How to take a batsman out. And I expected him, and as I said, I bowled a perfect length. The ball was on the middle stump, and he came forward, I know, but the ball started drifting away. Even though he attempted a little bit to adjust it to the line, but the drifting was such, and then it came back.